Welcome to Kendrick Elementary's first career day. We have exciting presenters to present to our students today to talk to our students about their careers. We're so excited that they decided to come to Kendrick.
Well, my name is Erica Valdez. I'm from Bush's Chicken. Do you guys like Bush's Chicken? Yes! I brought a friend with me for you to meet. Here's Bush's Chicken. Say hello. Hello. We wanted to come meet you. We are very, very excited to be here at Kendrick Elementary with you. And we just wanted to come and say hi and see how you guys are doing. Are you listening to your teacher? Yes. Are you being good? Yes. Are you sure? Because Bush's Chicken brought a surprise for you. So we can have a couple of questions for you and make it kind of exciting for you. Do you guys know the life of a chicken?
Kind of.
Kind of?
I do because I live in Rhode.
You do? Do you know where chickens live?
Yeah.
Where?
Farm.
In a farm. Well, you got a surprise from Bush's Chicken. So what do you like? What do you like about Bush's? Do y'all like Bush's?
Yes.
Yes. What do you like?
I like the gravy.
You like the gravy? Awesome. Well, you can get you some gravy. Do you know how to do the chicken dance?
Oh, I know.
You do? Well, he likes to do the chicken dance. Y'all want to do the chicken dance with him? So he loves doing the chicken dance. Do y'all want to give him high five? He likes giving high five. Bush's Chicken is so excited to come say hi to you.
Okay, I'm Dr. Burritt Hess. I am a doctor at the Family Health Center here in town, and I take care of people who are sick, and then I also help teach other doctors to take care of people who are sick so that they can do that too. They're called residents, so that's what I do. So we were talking about wearing a coat, and we were talking about having a stethoscope. Does this make me a doctor? No. No, it doesn't make me a doctor. That's right. What makes me a doctor?
You went to college.
I went to college.
Got your degree.
Got my degree. That's right. So I had to do a lot of what?
Working.
I had to do a lot of schooling. That's right. Do you know how long it took me to get to be a doctor? I had to think about this the other day.
Research, Cassandra? Do you remember?
Okay.
Have you?
So what do you think?
12 years.
12 years? That's a long time. It's not quite long enough. 5 years? No. That's about you. 1 year? No, 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 no.
10 years?
6. So let's think about this, guys. Let's play detective. Somebody said 12, right? And I said it was more than 12. So it's 20. That's getting closer. Getting closer. That's too many, thankfully.
24.
Who said 25? Who said 25? Ding, 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 ding. There's your winner right there. 25 years. That's a long time, isn't it? 25 years to be a doctor. I'm 43, 44. So, what are some things that I had to do? What do you know about learning to be a doctor? What did I have to do?
You had to get,
What are we here doing today?
career presenting?
You had to go to elementary school.
I had to go to elementary school, and then I had to go to high school, and then I had to go to college, and then where did I have to go after that? To where?
To the doctor.
To the doctor school. That's right. What's the doctor school called?
Medical.
Medical school. And then after that, I even had to do something called residency. That's a big word. Anybody know what that means? Anybody know what that means? Residency is where you practice being a doctor with other doctors watching what you do and making sure you do it all right.
Oh yeah, I seen that before.
Okay?
I seen it on TV.
You've seen it on TV, on Grey's Anatomy or House or something like that, which I hope you haven't watched. But we call those doctors residents because a long time ago they used to live in the hospital. Can you imagine living in the hospital? Yep. So those doctors used to live in the hospital. They don't live in the hospital so much anymore, but they do. We do spend a lot of time there. Sometimes from sun up to one day to sun up the next day, taking care of patients. And that's how we learn to be doctors. Okay? So how many of you guys have been to the doctor? Okay.
When I was a baby.
You did when you were a baby? So what are some reasons that we go to the doctor? Why do we go to the doctor? Why do we go to the doctor? For what? If you feel ill. So if you're sick, how many people have gone to the doctor when they were sick? Okay?
I went on Monday.
You went on Monday. And what happened when you went to the doctor and you were sick? What happened to you there? What happened? They took your blood. Okay? So part of being a doctor, do you know why we took your blood?
Yes. To check if
Because we're kind of like detectives. What do detectives do?
mysteries.
We solve mysteries. So we say, I wonder why Daniel's sick. There are lots of different reasons, right? And so we listen to Daniel tell us what his symptoms are. And then we listen to Daniel's heart, and maybe we wiggle his toes or knock on his knees and see what's going on. And then sometimes we even have to do what? What happened to you? You had to have blood taken out, right? And so then we have to look at the blood to try to understand all of the pieces and say, well, because of all of these things, we know that Daniel has this problem. And then we want to try to fix it, right? So we help people who are sick, and we do detective work to figure out why they're sick. And then we try to do the right thing to get them better, right? So what are some other things? What are some other reasons you've been to the doctor? Got born, that's right. What are some other reasons you've been to the doctor? Broke something? What about you? For a checkup, that's right. And what happens at checkup?
They check your body. Your ears, they check your mouth.
Check all those things to make sure they're all doing what?
Well.
That they're all working properly, right? We want to make sure that your ears and your eyes and your nose and your mouth and your heart and lungs, all those parts of you are working properly. Is that right? How many of you got shots at the doctor when you went the last time? Were you sick?
No.
Okay. Maybe somebody was sick. How many of you got shots when you weren't sick? Okay, why do we do that? That's crazy, right?
For safety, in case somebody has
For safety. That's really a good answer. So what are those called? What are those shots called? They're called vaccines. Has anybody ever heard that word? Can I see your hands if you've heard that word? Why do we give vaccines? Because we like to make... Because you don't want to get sick. That's right. Because we give vaccines to help people not get diseases that they used to get a long time ago that would kill them. Or maybe it would affect them so that they couldn't be healthy anymore for the rest of their lives. So that's why we give vaccines. A little pain to prevent a lot of problems down the road. That's why we give vaccines, right?
Good morning, guys. My name is Aisha Miller, and I'm from Dallas, and I am an interior designer. So I'm going to talk to you guys today about Career Day. So if you raise your hands, just give me an idea of some of the things that you thought about for a career when you get older, what you want to do. Yes, sir.
Army man.
An Army man? My dad was in the Army. That's pretty cool. Yes. A doctor? Okay. And what about you?
Army.
Army?
Police officer.
Police officer? One more. Yes, ma'am, with the bun. A teacher. Has anybody thought about being an interior designer? You have? You have? Who knows what an interior designer does? Yes.
Design houses.
Yes. So that's what I do. I get to design houses. So all the nice things that go inside are the things that I get to select and pick. I get to pick the paint on the wall, what goes on the floor. I get to pick what furniture goes inside the room. So I get to shop a lot. Who likes shopping? A lot of fun. And I also have to do math. Who likes math? Yeah, so you have to know inches and centimeters and fractions because you have to add and subtract. And so you put all of these things into a computer program and it helps you draw out the room just to make sure I don't buy something that's not going to fit. So you guys can pass that around. And these are like some fabrics that I get to pick, and we can put these like on chairs, or you can put this on a couch and make it comfortable and have pillows. So anytime you go anywhere, just think about somebody made all those decisions. Somebody decided to paint the wall this color. Somebody decided to make this pattern in the floor with the blue and the tan. That's what a designer does. You make all those decisions and you design. You get to create something that from nothing into something pretty awesome. So what else do you think you guys have to do in school now if you wanted to be a designer? Yes. What do you have to do in school now to be a designer, to be great at what you want to do when you grow up? Math and reading.
Study a lot.
Study a lot. That's a good one because when you're an interior designer, you have to take a test. And that gives you a license to be a real official interior designer. And it's a very hard test. So, learning how to have good study habits and do homework, all of that stuff is very important. And then I have some other things here, like some of my tools that I use when I work for smaller projects. Like a level, you have to make sure like everything's straight when you hang it up. Your math, you have to know add and subtract like inches and fractions and all of that fun stuff. And then there's also some magazines that are going around. I look at these magazines sometimes when I want some ideas and I want to think of like what's the cool thing to do. Like if you could design your own bedroom and you had your own room, what would you put in your room? What color? Zebra. Zebra? Blue? If you could design your own room, what would you put in your room? Rainbows? So you get to be creative and do all kinds of great things. That's what an interior designer does. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of some of the projects that I got to do, and then we'll answer a couple of questions.
Well, good morning, class. My name is Vincent Carpenter, and I serve as a pastor at Antioch Community Church in Waco, and I'm so excited to be a part of Career Day here at Kendrick Elementary. And so I am going to be talking about my career as a minister, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how I came to that profession and kind of what it takes to become a minister, and then I'll see if you guys have some questions about that, okay? So my career started a long time ago, actually when I was probably around you guys' age. My mother was very involved in our local church, and so we would be there on Sundays, and then we also would go to church a lot during the week. Okay, and so I have to kind of tell you a little bit of a secret. When I was you guys' age, I really didn't even like church very much. The problem that I had was it would cut into my playtime on Sundays. And so I was like, wow, I don't get to play as much. And so I wasn't as excited about church, but something happened that changed all of that. Okay, so our Sunday would always start with Sunday school, and our church had a huge Sunday school program. There were lots of kids, and I did like that part of it because there were lots of kids to talk to and play with, that kind of thing. But in our Sunday school, I had a teacher named Miss Terrell, and she was the most phenomenal teacher I ever had. She was very sincere, she helped people all the time, and I really liked her for that. So I would see her helping people in our church with just needs they had. I would see her working in our neighborhood where we live. She was very helpful to people. She would help people where she worked. Anything she was doing, she was always serving somebody. And so I really respected her for that. So there was one particular Sunday, And we had several meetings to go to that day. And so I could tell I wasn't going to get any playtime that day. And so I was kind of lamenting being at church again. And I was thinking, you know what? When I get older, I'm not going to even go to church. I don't like not having playtime. Okay? But I thought a second thought. I had decided, okay, when I'm older, I'm not going to do this. But I decided that I do believe in God because Miss Terrell was so sincere about the way she helped people. And I thought, well, she must be really sincere about God. And as I thought that, it kind of caused me to have what I would call a moment of inspiration. As I was thinking about how sincere she was, it just came to me that I could serve just like she did. And I felt like that was God inspiring me, that I could serve other people the same way Miss Terrell did. And something really strange happened after I thought that. I talked earlier, remember y'all me saying about how I didn't like church because it cut into my playtime? Y'all remember me saying that? Well, kind of like a couple of weeks after this experience, all of a sudden, I stopped disliking church. All of a sudden, I started becoming very interested in church. I started wanting to be there. And then I thought, you know what? I really can be like Miss Terrell. And a matter of fact, I thought, I think I could do this the rest of my life. And so I became very active in church, and I started wanting to be there. And it became a part of everything that, I was a part of from then basically until now. And so I share that story for this reason. I call that moment of inspiration I had that day, I call that a calling. And I share that because I believe that everybody has a calling. I came to Waco in 1985 to play football at Baylor University. And I played for the coach at that time. His name was Grant Taft. And I heard Grant Taft say that he felt called to be a football coach. I also participated on the Baylor track team. I was a shot putter and a discus thrower. And I was under a coach named Clyde Hart. And I heard Coach Hart say he felt called to be a track coach. And I know some teachers, just like your teacher, who say they feel called to be an educator. And I've met some doctors, I've met some business, I've met people in all kinds of jobs, in all kinds of professions who feel called to do what they do. And so a calling is not just something for a minister, but each and every one of us have some type of calling. And basically what I think that means is you have some type of ability. You have something that's innate, something that's special about you that God can use to help you help other people, to help you help your community, to help you make the world a better place. Each and every one of us have some kind of calling.
Hello, my name is Ken Frazier, and I'm performing at Kendrick Elementary School this morning. I'm going to do a song that's called Freight Train, but I'm going to try to do two things at once. I'm going to go. Okay? Then I'm going to try to do this along with it. Can you hear that back in the high-priced seats back there? All right, let's see if I can put those two together. Thank you. I almost made it. Okay, I grew up here in Waco, born and raised here. I started playing the guitar, like I said, really playing the guitar around 6 or 7. I had a spell of rheumatic fever when I was 9, which put me in bed all summer. I didn't have it during the school year. I had it during the summer and had to lay in the bed all summer. So my dad bought me a tape recorder. Now, you probably don't know what a tape recorder is, but it was a reel-to-reel tape recorder. And I hooked it up to the radio, and therefore I could copy songs off the radio. And I thought that was the greatest thing in the world because I could sit up there and learn all these songs. And I did. Then I got up and went back to school and had another occurrence of rheumatic fever when I was 11 years old, which put me back in bed all summer, not school year, all summer. So I had another opportunity to learn songs and learn to play the guitar. So I'm not saying I was fortunate to have had that, but had it not been for that, I probably would not have taken the guitar real serious. But I did take it serious. And I worked on the guitar and played in bands and did all this until one day I found myself at McLennan Community College, or McLennan College, I think they're calling it now. And I had a friend out there named Dr. Bill Haskett. He was the chairman of the department. And he said, "Would you come and teach?" And I said, "I don't want to teach. What do I want to teach for?" And finally he said, "Well, just go talk to Dr. So-and-so over here because we need an applicant." Before the day was over, I had a new job. I was teaching at McLennan Community College, or McLennan College now. So I taught guitar there for 21 years. I taught a bunch of people. I had 2 guitar ensembles. I had an improvisational ensemble. I had all kind of things that I had not really planned for and was, in a lot of instances, not prepared for. But you learn. You learn to do the things you have to do. So, how many of you plan to be teachers when you grow up? Uh-oh. It's a good profession. I enjoyed it. I really did. And I enjoyed my 21 years of teaching. But if you don't like to teach, it can be real, real hard. Some of your teachers here put up with you guys every day, rain or shine, and try to smile and try to do the best they can for you. And what do? You act up in class, right? Some of you, not all of you. Anyway, so that brings us up to me being teacher for 21 years at McLennan Community College. There's a song, see if I can remember it. If I make a mistake, please overlook it. I'll try to go back and correct it. Thank you.
It was a great career day today at Kendrick Elementary. We want to thank our awesome presenters. Our students asked wonderful questions to the presenters about their careers, and we just had a great day. We would like to thank everybody for coming to Kendrick today, and continue to watch Waco ISD TV.